Today we're reviewing the Acorns investment app. I'll be covering all the new features that have come to Acorns, sharing my experience after using the app for 2 years, and I'll also briefly touch on how the Acorns app compares to other popular investing apps. Hey, welcome back guys. This is Eric of Everyday Investing, and on this channel I'm all about helping the everyday investor like you and I get started saving and investing. So if you're new here today, definitely feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification down below so you don't miss any future videos on investing app reviews just like today's. Just to let you know guys, if after the video you would like to learn more about the Acorns app, feel free to check out my full in-depth review on my blog, on my website. I'll link that down below, as well as my referral link where you can get your free $5 sign-up bonus when joining Acorns. So I've been using the Acorns app myself now for about 2 years. It was actually one of the first 3 investing apps I ever started using when I first got into investing, and I would have to say that the Acorns app has probably been by far the simplest and cleanest app over that time frame. Now don't get me wrong, Acorns has continued to add new features and constantly update their app for us users, which I really appreciate, but they've kept the app relatively clutter-free, easy to navigate. They've made it a really user-friendly experience, especially for newer investors. Now if you're new to the Acorns app, you may be wondering, well Eric, what actually is the Acorns app? Well, let me explain. The Acorns app is actually a popular micro-investing app that makes it easy for new investors to invest in the stock market through their pre-built and diversified portfolios. So they already have the investment portfolios pre-built and designed for you. You get to choose which ones you want to invest in, and I'll get into that in just a second. But the app is available on both Android and iOS devices. So let's now take a second to talk about how the Acorns app actually works, because they do have several built-in automation tools that help make it easy to invest without really having to think about it. Now, they do this through a couple different ways, and the first way is called their Roundups feature. Now, the Acorns app was initially built on this Roundups feature. It's basically investing the spare change from your everyday purchases. So on the home page of the app here, you'll notice that if you go on where it says to invest for your future, if you click on that, it'll open up your core investment account, and you'll see where it says Roundup settings. If you open up that, this is where you can turn on Roundups. So essentially with Roundups, you can link unlimited debit or credit cards to your Acorns account, and you can turn on Roundups here, and what that does is anytime you make a purchase for your everyday purchases, if you're at a restaurant, if you're doing any online shopping, Acorns will then round up that purchase to the nearest dollar or the amount you set, because you can set whole dollar roundups or less if you'd like, and it will take that spare change and set it aside for you in a pool. And once you have reached at least $5 worth of spare roundup change, Acorns will then automatically invest that money into your Acorns investment portfolio. Now, as you notice, you can actually turn this feature on and off at any time where it says Roundups. If you want to turn that feature back on, just click that, turn it off, hit that. Now, the Roundups feature is the bread and butter of the Acorns app because it does allow you to invest passively without having to think about it. But you don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can always turn that off right there, just like that. And instead, you can choose one time. Where it says one time, you can manually make a one-time lump sum investment just the same. So let's say you want to invest $5, $25, $50 or $100 as it says. You can choose any one of those, or you can put a custom amount, so you do have that option. You also have the option to automate recurring deposits into your Acorns account, and that is beneath Roundup settings where it says recurring. And on this page you can set up recurring deposits directly into your Acorns investment account. Simply toggle on that switch right there. You can set your custom amount. Say you want to invest $5, you can set recurring amount, and you can choose the cycle. You can say I want to invest this daily, weekly, or monthly. And you can even set the day of the month that you'd like this recurring deposit to occur. So it does give you a lot of customization. Again, you could say I'd like to invest $5 every week. You can back out of there. You can change that to I'd like to invest $50 every month. So you really have a lot of customization to automate your investing and make it very passive and really allow you to invest without having to really worry about it or think about it. And again, just like the Roundups feature, you can turn on and off the recurring deposit feature at any time. The third automation tool they have is actually not only earning but investing cash back directly into your Acorns portfolio. Now I really like this feature with Acorns because a lot of other apps allow you to earn cash back. There's a lot of cash back portals online, but the Acorns app takes it a step further because they allow you to not only earn cash back but actually invest that cash back right into your Acorns portfolio. So there are 2 ways to actually earn and invest cash back on Acorns. The first way is through their Found Money program. So you want to click where it says Earn Found Money on the home page here. And you can see I've earned some cash back so far through everyday purchases using Acorns. Now, you'll notice here there are hundreds of major retailers, as you can see. You have major ones like Amazon, eBay, Apple, You'll find pretty much all major Walmart. You'll find Chevron, even so you can even get cash back for gas and invest that. It's really crazy how many options they have here, but there are hundreds of retailers that Acorns is partnered with that you can earn cash back from. So the way it works is you can link, again, an unlimited amount of debit or credit cards to your Acorns app. And when you purchase any one of these retailers through the Acorns investment portal, you'll then earn that cash back and have it invested directly into your Acorns investment portfolio. Now, the second way to earn cash back through Acorns is actually through local found money. So their main found money portal, which I just showed you guys here, which has hundreds of major online retailers, is for online purchases. But now they've recently added local found money. And if you click on that, that will open up a Google map near you, and it will show you all kinds of local restaurants, merchants, and retailers where you can earn cash back locally just the same as online. So you can scroll through here, you can pull this up and click nearby offers, and it will show you different places nearby you where you can earn cash back and how much cash back you can actually earn just the same. So let's back out of here now to the home page, because now that we've covered the different ways Acorns helps you automate your investing and saving, I now want to talk about how you actually get started on the Acorns app. Because if you're a new investor, you're wondering, Eric, how hard is this to get started? Well, it's actually pretty easy. Essentially, when you sign up for Acorns, they're going to give you a brief survey, very short, where they just want to find out your investment objectives and your financial goals. So this will help them then recommend one of their 5 pre-built and diversified portfolios for you to choose from. Now, they have 5 different portfolios, and I'm going to show you those right now. So if we go back into the investment account of Acorns and we click on portfolio, this is where you can see they have 5 different portfolio options. The first is conservative. This one is heavy in bonds, both government and corporate bonds, and it has a lower percentage of stocks. Then you have moderately conservative. You have moderate, which is kind of a combination of half stocks and half bonds. You have moderately aggressive. And then lastly, you have aggressive, which is heavy in stocks and lower in bonds. So again, when you take that brief survey, when you first sign up for Acorns, they'll recommend one of these portfolios for you based on how you answer that survey. Now, don't worry, you can change your portfolio at any time without restriction. But again, I recommend taking the survey when you first sign up to find the right portfolio option for you. So let's now talk about the account minimum to get started investing with Acorns. So one of the cool things with Acorns is actually it's great for new investors because you can start investing with as little as $5. You know, many traditional investment brokerages such as E-Trade or Fidelity or places like that, they do require hundreds or even thousands of dollars just to get started investing. With Acorns, like I said, you can get started with as little as $5 and work your way up from there. This basically allows you to start with a small amount and again, set up either the recurring deposits or the roundup feature or investing cash back, and it allows you to invest over time gradually with small, consistent contributions. And this is a great way, I think, for new investors to get started investing and encouraging passive investing. So I do want to briefly cover the different accounts offered through the Acorns app because you do have a couple options. Now, the first option is called Acorns Core. And this one here is your core portfolio on the homepage here where it says invest for your future. That's your core investment account. That's where you can invest in the stock market through Acorns, again, using those various automation tools to help you invest. The next type of account is actually called Acorns Spend. Now, this is underneath your core investment account where it says Spend Smarter. If you click on that, this is actually their mobile banking account. Now, this account actually does come with a Visa debit card. Let me actually show you guys that right now. Hang on one second. All right, so this is the actual card here. So it does come with an Acorns Visa debit card here. It looks pretty cool. Now, this is linked to your Acorns mobile banking account, and this will allow you to basically, with this mobile banking account, it allows you to easily transfer your funds between your investment account and your mobile checking account, and then you could spend those funds with your Acorns debit card. Now, I don't recommend spending all your investments, on things you don't need, but if you need to transfer any money over from your investments to purchase something that you absolutely do need, the Acorns debit card is a great way to access those funds quicker than having to transfer it to your external bank. And there's no minimum balance requirement to maintain the account. So it's a really cool way to access your funds if you need them from your Acorns portfolio, like I said. Now, you can actually also choose to set up direct deposit into this account if you like, and there are other features like an ATM finder where you can actually find local ATMs near you that are fee-free. And it also says you can deposit checks as well. That's a feature that's coming soon to the Acorns Spend checking account. The third type of account offered on Acorns is called Acorns Later. This is basically a retirement account through Acorns. Now this allows you to set up various kinds of individual retirement accounts, also known as IRAs. It allows you to set up a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, or a SEP IRA, which is for self-employed persons. Now, I personally already have a retirement account at a different place that I've had for years before Acorns made a retirement account available. But if I didn't already have a retirement account, I would definitely consider Acorns, because the earlier you can start saving for retirement, guys, no matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, the better. The earlier you can actually retire. It really does pay off to start saving early. So those are the 3 different account types offered on the Acorns app. Now let's talk about how much does Acorns cost to use, what are the pricing, what are the fees? Well, first of all, there are no commissions to buy or sell any of your investments. There's no fees, no cost to withdraw as well. But there is a fixed monthly fee to be an Acorns member, and that does vary based on how many accounts you have with them. If you're just using the core investment portfolio, that is a fixed fee of $1 per month for balances up to $1 million. Now, the cool thing is, if you're a college student, Acorns actually waives this fee, and it's free to use for up to 4 years for as long as you're a college student. So if you're a student, definitely consider taking advantage of that opportunity from Acorns. The second thing is the Acorns, if you want to get an Acorns Later account, which is the retirement account, plus the non-retirement investing account, that is $2 per month. So basically $1 per month for each account for both the retirement account and the standard non-retirement investment account. The third membership is actually a combination of getting the Acorns Core Investment account, the Acorns Later retirement account, and the Acorns Spend mobile banking account. If you want all 3 of those accounts in your Acorns app, that is a fixed fee of $3 per month. Another question I often get on the Acorns app is investing on the Acorns app safe? Well, the Acorns app is registered with both the SEC and FINRA, and they are SIPC insured for up to $500,000, including up to $250,000 in cash for brokerage failure. So either way, you are protected by the SIPC insurance. So before I finish up this review, I just want to go over a couple pros and cons of the Acorns app to help you decide if this is the right app for you. So firstly, on the pro side, I will say that the Acorns app is great for new investors. The reason for this is because it's easy to get started investing. They make it easy with as little as just $5. They use very easy to understand terminology inside their app. It's a clean and simple user-friendly interface just the same. The second type of investor I would say the Acorns app is ideal for is actually, like I said, college students. Again, it's a $1 per month fee to use Acorns, but if you're a college student, it's free for up to 4 years. So if you're a college student, the Acorns app definitely makes a lot of sense. And the third type of investor I would recommend the Acorns app for is actually an investor who wants to get a lot out of a single app, because like I said, the Acorns app is very versatile. Not only do they offer an investing account inside their app, but they also have the option to open up a retirement account, a mobile banking account where you can transfer funds with the Acorns debit card between your investments and your checking account. So it really does give you a lot of versatility in one app. Plus, they provide several automation tools to help you invest easily and passively without having to think about it. Now let's go over some of the cons of the Acorns app and who I would not recommend it for. So firstly, I would say the Acorns app is not as ideal for active stock traders. The Acorns app really does encourage long-term investing, long-term growth of your investments. But if you're an active stock trader and you want to day trade or swing trade or trade stocks actively, Acorns is not as ideal for you because, like I said, it's more geared towards long-term investing. If you want to do short-term trading active and trade stocks, individual stocks actively, I would probably recommend checking out my Webull app review or my Robinhood app review. Those are 2 stock trading apps which are more ideal for that. Acorns app is much more ideal for long-term passive investing. The second type of investor I would not recommend the Acorns app for would probably be those who are looking to invest in individual stocks. The reason I say this is because Acorns, again, is kind of limited with their investment options. They only give you those 5 pre-built portfolios, and although they are diversified and well built, you only can choose from those 5, and you cannot invest in individual stocks. If you want to invest outside of one of their pre-built portfolios and make your own investment options, choose what stocks you want to invest in, and invest in individual companies like Amazon, Walmart, Apple, and Google, you may want to instead consider looking into the M1 Finance app or the Stash Invest app. Those are 2 other micro investing apps that allow you to invest in individual stocks. So if you've made it all the way through to the end of this video, I give you a high five. And if you're still not sure if the Acorns app is the right investing app for you, I encourage you to check out my full in-depth review on my website, on my blog at everydayinvesting.com. I'll link that blog post down below. I go full in depth on the Acorns app to really help you determine if it's the right investing app to you, as well as compare it to some other alternative options just the same. On the other hand, if you do feel that the Acorns app is the right investing app for you, feel free to join through my referral link in the description box below, where you can get a free $5 sign-up bonus when first joining Acorns. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions on the Acorns app. I'm always happy to answer your questions. If you'd like to see how the Acorns app compares to some of my other favorite investing apps for new investors, feel free to check out my playlist of my investing app reviews right over there on the bottom. And if you'd like to learn more about how to actually use the Acorns app, I actually do have a tutorial playlist of different Acorns tutorials I made, and I'll link up that Acorns tutorial playlist right up there on top as well. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you being a part of the Everyday Investing community. See you guys soon.